All right. So those who have joined, it will be great if you can have your videos on guys. Okay. And agar if in case you have an atlas or a map with yourselves, please keep it. In case you do not have it, I'll suggest that please have some paper and pen definitely with yourselves. Okay. Because today there is nothing that I would give you notes of, but there are some tips and tricks that you can note down for yourselves. Okay. So do make sure that you have something to write on. All right, guys. And be the students are joining, then in like a minute or two, I'll tell you about the scheme of the class, what all we'll be doing in today's class. Okay. Okay. Good morning, Yash. Good morning, Abhishek. Good morning, Ayushman. Okay. Take 2-3 minutes, guys. Video on kar lo. Let me also look at you. I'll definitely feel much better if I can look at your faces. Okay. Good morning, map. बट आज के हिसाब से अंकिता इट्स गुड ठीक है मैप ही करेंगे हम सो एनीवे okay guys, as you know, today's topic will be Indian states and their boundaries. A lot of questions guys have been asked, and yes, remember from the previous class we were discussing as to which states cover this geography and which do not. Okay, so I'll tell you guys that a lot of difficulties coming up for the states that we do not have analysis for, or maybe some state their questions papers are not available. But for a few, I'll tell you guys, Gujarat, for Gujarat they are not there. Okay, the question papers they do not make them public. Okay, and for other states which we had discussed, they were I had already told you the trend. In DJs, guys, like why DJs on priority? Because DJs Delhi Judiciary prelims is upcoming. Okay, so in the previous kind of syllabus they had geography. Now they have made it like legal GK and stuff like that, but the trend also like hardly there is one or two question from geography. Okay, so it's not, I don't think that it's that important for Delhi Judiciary. Okay, MP super duper important, Prachi. Okay, very important. Okay, yes, we have to open India political map. Okay, so if you have your atlas, please open India political map. ठीक है, राजस्थान में नहीं आता चित्रांगदा, it's not there in Rajasthan, it's never not been asked also in Rajasthan. MP super duper important. ठीक है, it's very important. I'll tell you guys the states that we have to focus primarily on: MP, UP, Assam, ठीक है, उत्तराखंड सुपर इंपॉर्टेंट, बिहार ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड बिहार में तो वर्ल्ड के क्वेश्चंस बहुत है करने का. ठीक है, झारखंड नॉट दैट इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है, Telangana not that important. Okay, Maharashtra, I'll tell you, Payal, to be very honest, I haven't been able to get questions from Maharashtra, but I don't think that there are a lot of questions in geography. I have my team and a few of my like our people who are working on this, so hopefully till the next class we will have confirmed state. UP very important, Shruti. Haryana no. Okay, there are no questions. Tamil Nadu no. Okay, but still guys, I'm saying ki it'll be good that for some topics, like for example Indian wale jo topics and states and everything, I'll suggest that all of you take up these classes. Okay, and for the other very specific things, you don't have it, no problem, Mantra. You if you don't have an atlas, we'll study through map. Okay, so we'll cover up. Don't worry, in case if you guys have map, ठीक है, तो मैप रख के बैठना अपने साथ में, नहीं है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ठीक है, no problem. We will anyway, I'll share my screen and we'll see the map. And please guys, today I am not very good at my energy. ठीक है, but I'm hoping धीरे धीरे as we dwell into the class I'll get better and अच्छा होगा. ठीक है, तो let me just take a moment and look at your places, look at your faces once. ठीक है, और नितिन, मुझे सिर्फ आपके पैर दिख रहे हैं, मैं चरण स्पर्श कर लूं तो ऐसा चाह रहे हो तो यू टेल मी, otherwise you can show me your face. I think that will be better. Okay, so here I have Azam. All right, then I have Shruti. Okay, Kanika, Lokesh, Priyal. I'm actually looking at your faces, guys, because I really want to connect with you guys. Surbhi, Ruchirangad. Oh, finally you are Ruchirangad, because I get to meet Ruchirangad in the morning in the quiz. Yes, Prachi, it's okay. I had fever in the morning. Abhi I've taken medicine, so abhi I'm like a bit of sweating up. So I think fever utar raha hai. So मुझे 2-3 दिन से fever है, so that is kind of a problem. ठीक है. Then next we have लोहिताख्या. Oh my God, the नाम ही नाम जबरदस्त है. So say Justice लोहिताख्या. नाम सूट कर रहा है लोहिताख्या. You are like meant to be, I guess, huh?
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
You're welcome. Then we have Ayushman. Okay, okay. Just give me a moment, guys. You are joining. अभी तक बच्चे join कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. Ayushman. Then we have Pankaj. पंकज तो मुझे डीजे जैसा लग रहा है. डीजे पंकज. ऐसा है क्या? Okay. Then we have Aditi. All right. Beautiful hair, Aditi. All right. Then we have आंचल. क्या बात है? आंचल एक बात बताना, ये जैसे फ्लिक्स आते हैं इसे सामने सामने ये वाले, ये रह कैसे जाते हैं? मतलब आई ऑल्सो फील लाइक कि समटाइम्स मेरे बाल भी ऐसे रहे, बट मेरे को तो बहुत बीमारी ऐसे पीछे कर देती हूँ मैं. सो यू टेल मी दिस ट्रिक. ओके. अच्छा, you have to
center partition.
अच्छा, that's the trick. Okay. All right. Okay, then we have Ruby. Hi, Ruby. खुशबू गुप्ता. Hi, खुशबू. ओके, क्योंकि इसके बाद तुम लोग अपनी शक्लें कितनी दिखाओगे नहीं दिखाओगे मुझे पता नहीं, तो मैं सोच रही हूँ तुम्हें जरा मैं ग्रहण कर लूँ अपनी नजरों में ना तुम लोगों के चेहरे. ठीक है. तान्या. हाय तान्या. अंतरा. ओके, प्रिटी गर्ल. देन वी हैव तनिष्का. ऑलराइट. ब्लैक हेयर, ब्यूटीफुल हेयर तनिष्का. ओके. परिका सिंह. ओके, ब्यूटीफुल पिंक बैकग्राउंड. इज इट पिंक तारिका? परिका है, लग रहा है मुझे पिंक है. अच्छा. देन वी हैव ऋत्विक पांडे. ओ भाई, बहुत ही आर्टिस्टिक बैकग्राउंड है ऋत्विक का भी. ये यूट्यूब चैनल भी है क्या ऋत्विक? ऐसा लग रहा है बैकग्राउंड देख के. हाय गाइस, सम टेक्निकल गुरुजी टाइप ऑफ सीम्स लाइक दैट. ओके. देन वी हैव ऋतिका वत्स. ऑलराइट. हाय ऋतिका. इशिता रेडी होने गई है शायद, आ जाओ फटाफट. देन वी हैव दिव्या. हाय दिव्या. ओके. यश, लग रहा है कि यश की फोटो है बट सिर्फ फोटो ही है. यश अपनी वीडियो ऑन कर लेना. तनिष्का, आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू यू एज वेल. बाकी ये सब जो पीछे हैं लाइन में, ये अपने अपने आप ही मुख प्रदर्शन करें गाइस. ठीक है. मेरे पे अगर बहुत सारे पैसे होते तो मैं तुम लोगों की मुंह दिखाई के भी पैसे देती तुम्हें गूगल पे करके, बट आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू अर्न अ लॉट ऑफ मनी, देन आई विल डेफिनेटली गिव इट टू यू. ओके. Alright guys, chalo. So I'll do one thing. I'll share my screen and I'll give you ki how are we going to start about with today's class. Okay everyone. So okay, just wait for a moment. Okay, now I'm actually feeling very hot because I think the medicine is working. Okay. So I hope you all can see my screen now. Okay, so basically this is the India political map, and as I've told you guys that you can speak in meanwhile. I really want this class to be as interactive as possible. Okay. बुद्ध बन के नहीं बैठना है, भूत बन के, जैसे क्या बोलते हैं ना उसको, लाइक यू नो जस्ट हाँ बस बैठे हैं बस झेल रहे हैं, ऐसा मत करना. ठीक है. स्पीक बट जस्ट एकदम मत बोलना बीच में. ठीक है. बिकॉज इट जस्ट गिव्स मी एकदम से डर जाती हूँ बीच में. ठीक है. सो इफ कोई डाउट है तो जस्ट रेज योर हैंड. And if you have to say anything, just when I'm asking you to say or I'm pausing in the meanwhile, then you can say. Okay. Sure, Nitin, it's okay, not a problem. Next time, there is always a next time. Okay? Chalo. Okay, guys. I'll just give you now that how are we going to move about in today's class. All right. So today we have a very, very important topic that is about the Indian states and boundaries. Now, when I talk about the Indian states, we all used to say that we have how many states? Can you all tell me in the chat box quickly? Yeah, वैसे भी just tell me अब कितनी states हैं? Good morning, Shivam. So currently now, very good. देखो यहाँ पे confusion है. Some are saying 28 and some are saying 29. I'll tell you guys, until 2019, okay, we had 29 states. Very good. So Jammu and Kashmir now has become a union territory. You have to remember this. Very good, Arsh. So we have 28 states and 9 union territories now. So this is for the first thing that we have to understand is that now, as an updated thing, you have to remember, in India, we have 28 states and 9 union territories. कैसे बनी, कैसे हुआ, like a story I'll tell you. कुछ भी रटने की जरूरत नहीं है. But just, yes, guys, just make running notes, okay? Because in today's class, there was nothing that I could give you great notes of. But yes, of course, all these pictures, these infographics and everything, these I will get supplied in the group or I'll get them uploaded on the LMS, okay? So 28 states and 9 union territories. All right. So this is the basic first thing that we need to start off with. Now, as you can see here, you can see in the map. look out for Jammu Kashmir, guys. Okay, earlier this used to be one whole thing. Now it's divided in red and yellow. This is the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and the yellow part is Union Territory of Ladakh. All right. So as a matter of current affairs, we should now know that there are 28 states and 9 union territories. You get this. So what we'll do, guys, that for the first, we'll have 5 minutes look at this political map, and we will understand as to what are states, union territories, their general location, just for 2-3-5 minutes. Okay. Next, what we'll do is, guys, that this you can see now, this is a blank, just an outline map of India. So what we'll do that through a very interesting story, we will learn all the states of India with their locations. ठीक है, कोई रट्टाबाजी की जरूरत नहीं है, trust me, इतनी funny story है, you will all remember. Okay, so we will do all the states, we will remember all the states along with their location and which state lies where, and it shares boundaries with which states, because direct questions in your judiciary exams have come up. For example, I tell you, in MP prelims there was a question that the state of Madhya Pradesh shares borders with how many states. Now, not unless you know the position of Madhya Pradesh, अब मध्य तो सबको पता है, मध्य में होगा तो मिडिल में होगा, but states कौन कौन सी हैं? So the correct answer, guys, was 5. All right. अब ये अभी मुझे नहीं पता भाई कौन कौन सी states हैं, ठीक है, blank है, I don't know which these states are, ठीक है, but by the end of the class we'll all know, guys. हाँ, ये कुछ बहुत अच्छे बच्चे हैं, very good. Hiba and Harsh, you've already given the answer, so it's actually 5 states. But which are these 5 states? And maybe I don't know that there were 5 states, but we will learn that there were 5 states. Okay, guys. So these are the 2 important things that we will do over here. Okay. Next, guys, what we'll do that we will learn about the international boundaries. That's a very small topic and a very interesting one. Now, as you know that India is in a position, can you see this? That the northern part of India, the northeastern part of India, it shares international borders. Okay, इसकी तो इतनी easy trick है ना, guys. ये मतलब hardly this topic will take you 5 minutes to learn. ठीक है, you ever never are going to forget this. Like अगर गजनी जैसा सीन भी होगा ना, तो भी आपको कल्पना was killed की तरह this you will remember that कौन कौन सी international boundaries है. ठीक है, so we will do the international boundaries. At the end of today's session, guys, what we have is that we will solve a quiz from the previous year questions from this very same topic. Got it? So जहाँ पे भी states and boundaries के questions पूछे गए हैं different states में, we will cover them and then we will try to see that how much have we learned from today's class. ठीक है? Very good, guys. So you're giving the right answer. It's Rajasthan, Gujarat, UP, Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra. Many people think that Jharkhand or Bihar also shares, but that's not there. You can see here, guys. Here is Jharkhand. We'll learn this. ठीक है? Now, shall we start, guys? Are you okay? Are you excited now? ठीक है? And I'll try that I'm giving you the current affairs for this topic as well. I'm giving you the static knowledge for this topic as well. Okay? But make sure, guys, that you're noting down stuff in running notes. Okay? I'm not going to dictate, but I'm going to wait for you guys to note down. Okay? So just give me a yes or give me a hands up so that I know that you're all okay and excited to start today's session, guys. Because yes, जोर से बोलो जरा थोड़ा, जैसे जय माता दी में बोलते हो.
जय माता दी मैम. Yes.
जोर से बोलो.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys, good. So let's start with today's session. ठीक है? So firstly, let's have a general idea about the states. ठीक है? For 1-2 minutes only. Then I'll start with the story how we can learn this. ठीक है? Now start from the north, guys. You follow my cursor. ठीक है? Here in this case, guys, can you see my cursor or can you not see my cursor?
It is visible.
Because actually I have shared screen through iPad, so I was not sure कि laptop का cursor दिख रहा है नहीं. So let's just look, just cursor को देखना, ठीक है? North में, मैं इनके बारे में ना कुछ एक अच्छा point भी बताती जाऊंगी इन states के बारे में, ठीक है? So that you guys, you know, extra trivia भी आपको मिलेगा, ठीक है? So we have Ladakh, guys. All right, Ladakh recently has become a union territory. Remember, which act was it for Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh? It was Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, Babala. Remember? क्या ही हो गया था, अरे भाई मतलब पूरा दुनिया में discussion हो गया that how can you make them union territories, this and that. We have taken away, you know, this very specific article 370, this and that. Okay, guys? So you have to remember Ladakh. Capital of Ladakh is Leh. ठीक है? इनको note नहीं भी करोगे तो चलेगा because I'll anyway give you the map so you can look out in the map as well. I'll tell you, Ladakh has this region called as Umlingla Pass. Remember, Umlingla Pass, guys, has the world's highest motorable road. So this is like a fact that you guys can note down. This is from current affairs, okay? Ladakh has Umlingla Pass. Okay? La basically, guys, means the way or passage between two mountains. Okay, so in the Umlingla Pass, we have the world's highest altitude motorable road, like motorable, on which you can actually take your car or any kind of a vehicle. Okay. Ladakh, guys, is a union territory that is without a legislature. Please note that. Okay. Now, this also, see, guys, my purpose is that if I'm touching a point, I'm touching a topic, thoda sa uske baare mein you guys get to know. Okay. So Ladakh is a union territory without a legislature. Let's move to Jammu and Kashmir. It was also made through the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act, JNK Reorganization Act, 2019. Okay. It is a union territory with a legislature. Okay, because it definitely has to be given a representation in the parliament. So it is a union territory with a legislature. A fun fact about Jammu and Kashmir, I can tell you guys that recently Srinagar, the capital of Jammu and Kashmir, has been added in the UNESCO Heritage City. Okay? So like cultural city basically. So you can note that down if you want to. Otherwise, see, dekho ye cheeze na, you will all get them through current affairs segments also, but just to make it more interesting, I'm telling you. Now, after moving a little southwards, we come to Himachal Pradesh. Okay, the capital of Himachal Pradesh, guys, is Shimla, and we have beautiful hill stations over here. कौन-कौन से? जरा बता सकते हो मुझे नाम? सब या तो जाना चाहते हैं, गए होंगे, I'm sure. Can you tell me the name? Beautiful hill stations of Himachal. Manali, very good. So we have Manali, Kullu Manali, guys, है ना? So ये कसौल वाले जो है ना, रिद्धि, हाँ, ये कसौल वाले एक स्पेशल ग्रुप होता है. कसौल वाले इनका लीग अलग है ना? So yes, we have Kasol, we have Kullu Manali, ठीक है? And guys, Tosh, even better. So yes, they are infamous for a lot of things. Very good, Dharamshala hai. So all of these things, you know, they are there in Himachal. Fun fact about Himachal Pradesh, guys, we have the Atal Tunnel in Himachal Pradesh. ठीक है? Atal Tunnel currently, guys, is the longest tunnel in Asia. ठीक है? So this you have to remember. Yes, very good. Pankaj, Kheer Ganga, one of the most beautiful treks that we can find, you know, places for trekking. Okay? So Himachal Pradesh, capital is Shimla. Atal Tunnel, being the longest tunnel of Asia, is in Himachal Pradesh. Okay? Next, guys, we come to Punjab, and the capital of Punjab, which is shared with Haryana, is Chandigarh. All of you know that. Okay? Very good, Priya. Lahore Spiti, another beautiful place. Okay? बहुत सुंदर है. ठीक है, so actually Himachal is, you know, it's a blessed land, I would say, है ना? Next, guys, Punjab, ठीक है, so Punjab में we have the capital as Chandigarh, ठीक है, and Punjab की कोई खास बात, you tell me, anyone who is there from Punjab, who has been there to Punjab, कोई एक बहुत beautiful सी place है वहाँ पे, दो जगह actually बहुत अच्छी है वहाँ पे, very good Kanika. One is Amritsar, so we have the Golden Temple at Amritsar, and we have the Wagha border. I hope you might have been there. I have not been there. Fatehgarh, very good. So these are the important, beautiful places of Punjab, guys. Okay? Then we move to Haryana. Okay? Haryana and Punjab, guys, they have a common shared capital. Their high courts also. Oh yes, very good. I forgot. 5 rivers. Panj Ab. Ab means water, guys. Panj means 5. Okay? Jallianwala Bagh, 19, 13th April. April ka month is also going on, guys. Okay? So it was also in Punjab. Okay? So when you move to Haryana, guys, okay, Haryana capital is Chandigarh, okay, and Haryana, guys, has the largest Indus Valley site, Rakhi Ghadi. Okay, very important question. This is also, guys, if you are looking up for Haryana judiciary, so maybe this can be asked that, you know, there is an Indus Valley civilization site in Haryana, which is also the largest in area. So which one is it? So it is Rakhi Ghadi. Okay, do you want me to tell the spelling of Rakhi Ghadi? It's simple, guys. Rakhi, Rakhi, Garhi, घड़ी. ठीक है? वो options है वैसे भी आपको दिख जाएगा. ठीक है? Then we move next to Rajasthan, everyone. Rajasthan, the capital is Jaipur. Rajasthan तो मतलब what else do you want? ठीक है? इसमें आपके पास इतने सारे forts हैं. It's beautiful. Udaipur, Jaipur, Jodhpur, Mehrangarh, Chittorgarh, Jaisalmer, and what not. Okay? So Rajasthan has the desert for India. And which desert is it? Can you tell me the name? कौन सा डेजर्ट है जिसकी बड़ी अच्छी कार भी है जिस नाम से? वेरी गुड. सो इट इज थार. ठीक है, क्या कार है. And you know what my mother says about Thar, guys? I personally love this car, but my mother says that whenever she looks at this car, she feels that some people are sitting in that car and they are going to hunt. कहती ऐसा लगता है शिकार पे जा रहे हैं. And I'm like, why do you think like that? And she's like, उनको देख के ऐसा लगता है कि इसमें गुंडे बैठ के जा रहे होंगे. Please guys, don't get me wrong, even I don't think so, but my mother thinks like that. So she's like, गुंडों की गाड़ी लगती है कि अभी उठा के किडनैप कर लेंगे. Like, Omni van थोड़ी है. You know, usually we used to have this image for that Omni van होती थी मारुति की. ठीक है? So she thinks that way. Okay, so Thar Desert, which we have in India, is located in Rajasthan. Okay, guys. Next we move is to Gujarat. The capital of Gujarat is Gandhinagar. Okay? And something about special about Gujarat, guys, I'll tell you. Kathiawad. अभी गंगूबाई मूवी देख ली होगी बहुत सारों ने. You must have watched गंगूबाई काठियावाड़. ठीक है? Where is it? It's over here, guys. This area of Gujarat. You can see my cursor. ठीक है? This area is Kathiawad region. ठीक है? So very important. ठीक है? There are a lot of tribes also which are there in Gujarat. ठीक है? So that way, Ran of Kutch, yes guys, very important. Ran of Kutch, Gulf of Khambat over here is there, guys. वहाँ पे भी some corals are found. ठीक है? Generally, they might not have been found in this region, but they are. ठीक है? So it's like a biological, miracle. And Statue of Unity, of course, we all know about it. ठीक है? Then, of course, for Gandhiji's importance, Porbandar and everything, Sabarmati, all of that is there in Gujarat. ठीक है? So that way, Gujarat will be important for us, guys. ठीक है? Here only, guys, first I'll cover up the states in like 2-3 more minutes quickly. And I'm sorry, guys, the pace you might be feeling a little slow, but I want you to note this down also. And I'm also conserving a little bit of energy, so please bear with me for today. Okay, so it might go for half an hour. थोड़ा लंबा जा सकता है आज का class. ठीक है? So please consider. Okay. All right, guys. So I'll first take states, then I'll take the union territories. Very good, Ankit. Sir Creek, we will discuss this when we are discussing the water bodies, important water bodies of India. Sir Creek basically is a very narrow water body which is there in dispute between India and Pakistan. As you can see, Pakistan shares border over here. ठीक है? तो Sir Creek भी यहाँ पे. Don't worry, we'll discuss everything. Okay. Next we move downwards, guys. Maharashtra. The capital is Mumbai. महाराष्ट्र हमारा बॉलीवुड सारा महाराष्ट्र मुंबई में बसा हुआ है. ठीक है? उसके अलावा मराठी कल्चर इज वेरी नाइस. एंड देन वी हैव शिवाजी, द मराठा कल्चर. ठीक है? यस, ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज द इकोनॉमिक कैपिटल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. ओके, ऑफ इंडिया बेसिकली. ठीक है? सो महाराष्ट्र इज द इकोनॉमिक कैपिटल. ह्यूज इकोनॉमी इज ड्राइव्ड फ्रॉम दिस स्टेट. ठीक है? स्पेसिफिकली कीपिंग इन माइंड द साइड ऑफ वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र. इसमें भी थोड़ा डिस्प्यूट है, गाइस, ईस्टर्न एंड वेस्टर्न साइड ऑफ महाराष्ट्र. But the capital here is this. Okay, the largest port, Jawaharlal Nehru Terminal of India, is also located in Maharashtra. ठीक है? So ये आप कुछ points से note करते रहना. ठीक है? Next, guys, Goa. Goa, तो whenever I look at Goa, मुझे अजय देवगन, I just recall of अजय देवगन. Nothing else comes to my mind. मतलब मुझे सिंघम, अजय देवगन, रोहित शेट्टी. That's all that comes to my mind because I think that's their favorite place. So Goa, guys, is beautiful and it's very well known for its churches. Jawaharlal Nehru Port, Divya. Okay, so the largest port, Jawaharlal Nehru Port, it's in Maharashtra. It's the largest port of India. Okay, Goa, very famous for its churches and its beaches and very sasti daru. जो जा चुके हैं गोवा उनको पता होगा ये. ठीक है? मैं तो नहीं गई अभी तक तो, but my friends have gone, so they are like in love with Goa. ठीक है? So definitely that is one thing. Yes. ठीक है? So that is about Goa, guys. Then we move towards like a little southwards. That will be Karnataka. So Karnataka's capital, guys, would be Bengaluru. Okay, Bengaluru, as you know, is the IT hub. ठीक है? कोई भी सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर है, कहाँ काम करते हो भैया? बैंगलोर में काम करते हैं. सिलिकॉन वैली ऑफ इंडिया. All right, so definitely Karnataka will be known for this. So Bengaluru and traffic of Bangalore is world famous. You guys must know. If anybody is there from Bangalore, may God bless you all and may God bless your vehicles and your patience also. Okay. Then we have Kerala, guys. Beautiful, the country, God's own country. It's known as God's own country, Kerala. Capital in itself is a thing to pronounce, Thiruvananthapuram. Okay, very famous for its backwaters. Okay, backwaters, lakes, and its beaches. Okay, so yes, Ayushman, city of God, or basically God's own country. Okay, yeah. So yes, and guys, for Kerala, one big thing that you can note is that one major source of income for Kerala is through remittances. What remittances basically are, guys, that a lot of people from Kerala, they move to a lot of other countries, specifically the Middle Eastern countries. They work over there, and because of the good terms, specifically these people historically had with the Middle Eastern countries, because guys, the rulers of Kerala, na, jo yahan ke kings the kings of Kerala had very good terms with the Middle Eastern countries. So keeping history in mind, the people who go from Kerala to work in other Middle Eastern, specifically Middle Eastern countries, they are given a lot of concessions in their salaries and everything, you know. So that is a major source of earning for Kerala. And baki Kerala ki spices, of course, you guys must know Goa, Kerala, they're all famous for their spices. Okay? So that you can note for Kerala. Next, guys, moving a little eastwards, we have Tamil Nadu. Yes, coconut तो मतलब पूरे साउथ में है ही है, ठीक है? But I'll tell you guys that when it comes to coconut, the coconut coming from Madras, that is Chennai area, Tamil Nadu area, is better tasting as compared to coconut coming from Kerala. कभी भी आप देखना, ठीक है? When in North India, whenever you will go to buy coconut, no, so their selling point would be that, madam, this coconut is from Madras. It is not from other areas. So they say that a coconut from Madras area, that is Tamil Nadu area, is far better tasting and more nutritious. Definitely, Lakshita, literacy rate, highest literacy rate that we have is in Kerala. All right. Yes, very good, Tanishka. It had trade with the Middle East, right? Then we move towards Tamil Nadu, guys. Tamil Nadu had, you know, even till date, cotton industry hamari bahut zyada. The best cotton industries that we have in the country are from Tamil Nadu. All right. So Tamil Nadu, and the capital, you all know what is the capital of Tamil Nadu, guys? It's Chennai. ठीक है, चेन्नई एक्सप्रेस लगा लो, ठीक है. So you have to remember, and guys, I'll tell you, ये यहाँ पे पार्क स्ट्रेट दिख रहा है. Can you all guys see Park Strait? I'll tell you what straits are, so abhi don't worry, don't confuse yourself. I hope you can see. This is Tamil Nadu in the purple magenta color. Here is Sri Lanka, where I'm pointing out my cursor. This water body in the middle is Park Strait. This little thing you can see just above my cursor, a line kind of a structure. This is where Rameshwaram is, guys. Yeah, I hope if you have watched that movie Chennai Express, so he had to go to, you know, Asti Visarjan karne to, you know, to put up his grandfather's ashes. Rameshwaram. I also did not know where exactly Rameshwaram was. A few days ago only I got to know. This choti si line, guys, here is Rameshwaram. So it's like the easternmost area that we have from Tamil Nadu towards Sri Lanka. Okay. So, upar, then we move, guys. We got Andhra Pradesh. Okay? Yes, Shivam, you're right. The fishermen dispute is a severe one when it comes to Sri Lanka, because we share waters with Sri Lanka. Okay. Andhra Pradesh, guys. Andhra Pradesh, the capital here is Amravati. It has also come up with the 3 capital model, if you might have been following the current affairs, but that we will not be studying. Okay? So, Andhra Pradesh over here, guys, capital here is Amravati. Okay? Uske upar, Telangana. In which year, guys, did Telangana become a separate state? Can you tell me in the chat box quickly? Earlier, oh, very good. Yes, I want all of you to answer. Jinko bhi pata hai, mujhe answer do. Very good. Very good. This actually is showing that you're actively listening to me. Good, guys. So it was 2014. And this also gives me, or like tells me that I should tell you that this is the latest state that we have. Okay? Basically, it was the 29th state that was joined in the Union of India. Okay, so 2014 was the year, but now of course we do not have 29 states, but this was the 29th state to be added. Okay, and it was in 2014. So because of the linguistic differences between the people that lived in the Telangana region and that lived in the Andhra Pradesh region, there were a lot of disputes, and finally in the year 2014 it was like agreed upon that, okay, we can have 2 different states. So finally we had Telangana. Okay, and the capital for Telangana, guys, is Hyderabad. Okay, so this you can consider. Then we move a little bit over here, guys. Odisha. Odisha, the capital is Bhubaneswar. The very famous Chilka Lake is in Odisha, guys. Olive ridley turtle, which are very, very important, and you know they are very primarily found in Odisha. Okay, there is this river called Rushikulya that you don't, if you don't even know, it's okay, because we will cover that with, you know, the species and rivers to come. But I'll tell you that the Chilka Lake is in Odisha. Okay, the very famous Jagannath temple, you must have heard of it, right? So where is it in Odisha? Can anyone tell me? Agar koi Odisha se hai, is anyone there from Odisha or looking forward for Odisha Judiciary? Raise your hands or tell me. Or just speak up. Tell me. Okay, very good. अरे बहुत सारे लोगों को पता है, right? So it is Puri. ठीक है? Okay, guys. Yes. So Puri. So Jagannath temple, जो रथ यात्रा होती है वहाँ temple की, you must have heard, you know, the chariot temple that we say, that is for the Jagannath temple, and it's there in Puri and it's there in Odisha. Okay. Then, guys, we have Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh, the capital is Raipur. Okay. So the capital for Chhattisgarh is Raipur, and Chhattisgarh, guys, is not only just famous for its iron and steel industries along with Jharkhand, but it's also, unwantedly famous for its Naxalism. You must have heard about, Maoist and Naxalist activities. So Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Bihar, West Bengal, they like are the big sufferers of Maoist or Naxalist activities. Okay, so that way you can remember this. Okay, towards the west of Chhattisgarh, guys, we have Madhya Pradesh. Capital is Bhopal. Then Madhya Pradesh, guys, has a city, Indore. All right, and Indore continuously for, if I'm not wrong, 2 or 3 years now has been declared as the cleanest city of India under the Swachh Sarvekshan, which is done by Niti Aayog. Okay. Acha, 5 times. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not recalling exactly how many times in a row, but definitely for 2, I'm sure. ठीक है, तो क्योंकि 2 साल से तो मैं ही पढ़ रही हूँ, ठीक है? So cleanest city, and now, guys, not just the cleanest city, Indore also has become a water plus city. The only city in country that is water plus. Okay, I'll give you the concept of water plus when we are discussing about the individual states as such. When we'll be discussing, Abhi, I'll not get into this. Okay, so you can note this down. Apart from that, guys, Madhya Pradesh is the state that has the largest forest cover. Okay. Okay, so Shivam has given me an insider information that Panchmari, which is the innermost hill station, is also in Madhya Pradesh. Thank you so much, Shivam. So Madhya Pradesh, guys, I'll say it is a very enriched state. Okay, we have Indore over here. We have the largest forest cover in Madhya Pradesh. We have the highest tiger population of India in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, it is famous for its food. It has a lot of tribes as well, guys. And you must have heard there is a variety of chicken, Kadaknath. How many of you have heard of it? I have also had it once. Okay, Ujjain, ancient temple, very good, Ankit. Sanchi Stoop, oh my god, yes, how could I forget? It is also the UNESCO World Heritage Site. All right, Sanchi, Khajuraho, very good, Antra. Oh, you guys are really already so good at it, no? So all of these things are about Madhya Pradesh. It's the heart of India. Exactly, it is the heart of India. Indeed, it has that a variety to be heart of India. Okay, so here we are with Madhya Pradesh. Then we move a little upwards, guys. Uttar Pradesh. ठीक है, उत्तर प्रदेश तो मुझे योगी जी मतलब याद आ जाते हैं उत्तर प्रदेश को देखते ही. ठीक है, कैपिटल गाइज इज लखनऊ. ठीक है, लखनऊ इज डेफिनेटली फेमस फॉर इट्स ब्यूटीफुल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, इट्स ब्यूटीफुल आर्किटेक्चर. ओके, वी हैव द बुलंद दरवाजा, वी हैव इमाम बाड़ा इन लखनऊ, वी हैव ऑफ कोर्स द चिकनकारी इन लखनऊ. नवाबों का शहर है डेफिनेटली. ठीक है, एंड गाइज वी हैव द ताज महल व्हिच इज लाइक one of the 7 wonders of the world. ठीक है, now definitely Ram Mandir will be constructed, guys, in Ayodhya. ठीक है, so definitely sorry, no, it's not the Buland Darwaza, it's the Rumi Darwaza, sorry, yes, I confused it with Buland Darwaza. It's the Rumi Darwaza, the beautiful one. It has been like pictured in a lot of movies also. Just as you pass by the Bada Imam Bada, you will see the Rumi Darwaza. ठीक है, Kashi, the oldest city, is there in Uttar Pradesh. ठीक है, so all of these guys. ठीक है, and शिवम हमारे जहाँ से हैं, संगम इलाहाबाद. ठीक है, so वहाँ पे हमारा रिवर्स का संगम होता है. all of these. हाँ, मिर्जापुर, ये मिर्जापुर का भी फैन लीग अलग होगा, अतुल. हाँ, very good. ठीक है, yes, and Banaras Hindu University, guys. So definitely, these cities, these states are very, they have great heritage, guys. Okay, so if we sit to enumerate, there will be endless things to talk about. Aligarh Muslim University, Banaras Hindu University, contrastingly both are in UP. Okay, so that way you can see. Okay, yes, very good, Abhishek. Allahabad Center for Excellence in Law. So there are so many things that you can learn through this. Okay, moving towards Uttarakhand, guys. Right now I am sitting over here in Uttarakhand. ठीक है, capital of Uttarakhand is Dehradun. मेरा graduation, I completed my graduation from Uttarakhand, Dehradun. Okay, this is called as Devbhoomi. ठीक है, it's very famous for its 2019 floods. And I'll tell you one fun fact, guys. When I got my admission in the college, so it was right after this flood. And everybody was so concerned about me. It felt like I have like actually flooded in the water and directly मैं रुकी ही कॉलेज में जाके. And they used to be like कि अरे तुम्हारे वहाँ तो बहुत फ्लड आ रहा है ना. मैंने कहा अब तो होके रुक गया भाई, एंड मैं पानी में बह के नहीं आई हूँ, अब ठीक हो गया है. एंड furthermore I'm in the plains. Okay, so yes, so Kedarnath movie, it was not even released over here, guys. ठीक है, so Yes, Ankita, I would say for the High Court of Allahabad also. Okay, and here, guys, we have High Court in Nainital, which is one of the most beautiful high courts that you can find. Okay, Char Dham Uttarakhand में है, देवभूमि यहाँ पे है, Valley of Flowers, guys, and Nanda Devi, which also are UNESCO World Heritage sites. They are also there in Uttarakhand. Mussoorie, तो of course you can't forget. ठीक है, Forest Research Institute, जहाँ Student of the Year का college ऐसा कोई कॉलेज नहीं है पूरे इंडिया में, ठीक है. Just guys, it is Ruskin Bond, guys. Yeah, recently he even passed away. His home was in Mussoorie, and many a times, guys, there were a lot of bookstores in Mussoorie where he used to come and read out his books for the people. Jim Corbett, ठीक है. Uttarakhand has the third largest tiger population in the world, guys. In India, sorry. ठीक है. Madhya Pradesh is on top. Karnataka is on second, guys. Uttarakhand, third highest tiger population. You can note this down. Okay. Purnagiri Temple, very good. Rajachi National Park, very good. Top schools of the country, Doon School, guys. Okay. Belém Girls and Boys Schools. These are all there in Uttarakhand, guys. Okay. So this is about Uttarakhand. Let's move further. Bihar. अब बिहार के बारे में कौन बताएगा? मैं तो नहीं बोलूंगी. Now you guys, all of yes. Amitabh Bachchan studied from Woodstock. What was the name of that school in Nainital? I have been to that school for a competition once. बिहार के बारे में कौन बताएगा? Very good. Thank God, Hiba, you started up with something good. That's Nalanda University, guys. Okay? It was indeed, guys, an example of world-class education when, there were not even concepts of formal education. Nalanda University came up with one. Do you know? Nalanda University had its hostels, pura fee system, it had classes, it had scholarships, everything like that we have in today's university. So Nalanda University indeed was an example of world-class education back in hundreds of years ago. Okay? Then we have Gangajal movie. अरे बाप रे बाप, वो तो याद मत कराओ भाई. ठीक है. भिलाई, गया, लिट्टी चोखा, definitely. ठीक है. मगध, definitely, guys. देखो, बिहार का I was going to tell you. The biggest empire, guys, and the most important empire was in Bihar, which was Magad. You must have heard of Vaishali, Patliputra. Suniye jagah, these were the capitals of Magad. Okay? So from there, the entire system of territory, king, and all of that started, wherein, Chanakya, guys, ठीक है, where he was from. ये चाणक्य से प्रूव हो जाता है कि IAS officers like mostly they are from Bihar. ठीक है. And I'm sure judiciary में भी ज्यादातर बिहार से आते होंगे. ठीक है. अच्छा, that is Sherwood. हाँ, right. Nalanda, okay. Yes, a lot of history comes from Bihar. Very good. Capital, yes, it was the capital. Vikramshila, Sitamarhi, right? And guys, of course, very important for life of Gautam Buddha as well. Gangs of Wasipur. ये तो मतलब, you can't deny these kinds of beautiful, I will say, truths about Bihar. But yeah, Maithili art, Bodh Gaya, guys, I was saying. And as a matter of current affairs, guys, please note down for Bodh Gaya that a statue of Buddha, a reclining statue of Buddha, wherein, Buddha, it's like he's reclining on one of his arms like that. So the largest statue of reclining Buddha is being constructed at the temple in Bodh Gaya. It will be the largest. It's more than 400 feet, guys. Okay? So that's recently it has come up. Okay? Madhubani art, Madhubani painting, beautiful painting, very intricate, guys, when it comes to this painting. The Guptas were there. Kesaria. Okay. Yes. So yes, Patna's old name was Patliputra, guys, and that was the capital for Magad. Okay? Magad usually was the region of this Bihar ka region as a thing. Okay? Rajendra Prasad, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, yes. Okay, so you guys know a lot. ये आप लोग हो यहाँ से जयमंगला गढ़ wetland, birthplace of two big religions of the world, guys, Buddhism and Jainism. ठीक है? So Buddhism Gautam Buddha and Jainism Mahavira. They were both from Bihar. भाई बिहार में, you guys are really emotional about Bihar, and इतना response किसी state पे अभी तक नहीं आया. ठीक है? अभी I have 39 more messages to read. Okay, Champaran, guys. The first satyagrah that Gandhiji did was in Champaran. Okay, and the year was, can you tell me what was the year? Champaran Satyagrah? Okay, Huensang Memorial Center in Nalanda. Very good. Okay, Gautam Buddha history है बस. अच्छा, ठीक है. ठीक है. Champaran, yes, we have covered. Guru Gobind Singh's birthplace. Oh, that is a new thing for me to learn, guys, also. I did not know. ठीक है. Okay, yes, so it's 1917, guys. So the first Champaran, it was in 1917, all right? And after that, Gandhiji went from Gujarat, from Bihar to directly Gujarat, okay, which was in Kheda, 1918. Okay, so the first Champaran under the leadership of Gandhiji was in first Satyagrah was in this. Okay, किसी ने मुझे प्राइवेट मैसेज किया है, कह रहे फॉडर स्कैम. देखो, गुड्स एंड बैड्स आर देयर इन एवरीथिंग. ठीक है, सो हाँ, डांडी मार्च वाज देयर इन गुजरात. ठीक है. Alright guys, too much about Bihar. Let's move towards Jharkhand now. ठीक है, capital is Ranchi. So what would you like to tell me about Jharkhand? Very famous for Tata Iron and Steel Company, guys. Dhoni, of course. ठीक है, very good guys. Yes, Tata Steel, guys. I'll tell you, the first plant for Tata Iron and Steel Company was set up in Jharkhand, guys. It was in 1912. ठीक है. Coal mines, of course, because of availability of coal. ठीक है, Jamshedpur में. ठीक है, and it was named Jamshedpur because it was named after his father, Jamshedji Tata. ठीक है. Mekong, fossil site in Sahibgarh in Jharkhand. Very good, guys. ठीक है. Rood of India. ठीक है. IIT Dhanbad, Steel City Bokaro. Very good. Birsa Munda. Oh wow, Priya, you know about Birsa Munda. So guys, Birsa Munda was one of the most successful peasant or tribal rebellions. And it was under Birsa Munda. Okay, and it had started from Jharkhand, Bengal region. Okay, all right. Jamshedji Tata, athletes, women's hockey under 19 team captain. Bhai, itna information, but trust me, guys, I also didn't have. Okay, so you guys, if you want to note down this stuff, you can. Okay, rice production, Hazaribagh. Okay, Devgarh, famous for diamond. Okay. Uranium site. Yes, okay. So Tropic of Cancer passes through. This also, guys, we'll do. It's also a very important topic. The various latitudes and longitudes, specifically Tropic of Cancer, guys. Okay. Shiv Temple of Devgarh. Very good, guys. So you can note these down. But okay. Chalo, one of the most heritage, like the country that the capital that, oh my God, the state that has the highest heritage is West Bengal. Okay. So West Bengal, guys, Sundarbans. How can we forget Sundarbans, right? So we have Sundarbans. We have the Howrah Bridge. Okay. What else, guys? And Didi, Momita Didi. Yes, guys. And the sweets that we have, Roshagulla, Mishti Doi, and the culture that we have, Durga Puja, guys. And I'll give you this, guys. Please note down. Durga Puja has recently been declared as the UNESCO World Heritage for the intangible things, in the intangible items list. Durga Puja. Okay. Darjeeling Hill Station, very good, guys. Okay. Fort William, definitely, guys, it was there. First one was built over here. Okay. And Shanti Niketan, very good, Parika. Okay. And definitely it's a land for so many influential and great freedom fighters, guys. Okay. We have Subhash Chandra Bose, who came from West Bengal. Okay. Then we have Rabindranath Tagore and his whole family. Rabindranath Tagore, Nobel Prize for Literature. Okay. So someone saying present mein kuch nahi hai. You are there, no? From West Bengal. That's more than enough, I guess. Okay. Acha, so world's largest swimming race. Oh, Ravi, that I didn't know about it. Okay. Aurobindo, yes, very good. Calcutta University, Eden Garden, guys, very good. Then we have Siliguri Hill Station. Okay. Okay. Chalo. Let's move upwards, guys. We have Sikkim over here. Okay. So Sikkim, guys, the capital is Gangtok. Oh. Someone has said to me, Ramanuj sir is from West Bengal. Yes, guys. The founder, CEO of LawSikho, Ramanuj, so he's from West Bengal. Okay, Victoria Memorial, very good, guys. Okay. So, Gangtok, guys, the capital of Sikkim. Okay, very famous for Kanchenjunga also, guys. And Kanchenjunga also, guys, the rail network of Kanchenjunga is there in UNESCO World Heritage Site. This you can note down that in Sikkim, we have capital Gangtok, and we have, what I'm saying, Kanchenjunga rail network. It's there in UNESCO World Heritage Network. Okay. Guys, that is K2, which is there in India. Okay. Highest peak जिसकी आप बात कर रहे हो. Okay. And after Mount Everest. Okay. Very good. It's famous for organic farming and water conservation system. On that, please also note, everyone. देखो जो मैं बोल रही हूँ note करने, that you definitely note. Okay. So about Sikkim, guys, what else you have to notice that it has become the first and the only state of India that has become 100% organic in its farming. 100% organic farming state is Sikkim. ठीक है? So this you have to remember. Next, guys, we are only left with northeastern states. See, guys, I know it's taking a little bit of time, but this will give you a lot of trivia about the states, and I'm sure you are getting some idea about the states and their position also. Once we are done with this, though, it will take you only 5 minutes to learn all the states in wherever they fall. Okay, so that's why I'm investing time over here. Let's move over here. The state in red, guys, Assam. The capital of Assam is Dispur. Okay, Assam, very, very famous for its tribes, its festivals, and definitely one most important thing we have, guys, is the Kaziranga National Park, which is famous for its one-horned rhino and Assam tea. Assam tea, guys, was the first product that got geographical indication tag. Okay, so two things you have to note about Assam. If you want to, Kaziranga National Park, that is the home of the one-horned rhino, and we have Assam tea that had the geographical indication tag. Okay, so okay. So it has 9 national parks now, which is next only to MP. Okay, very good, Lohitakhya. You have brought my attention to this, guys. Please note about the Majuli River Island also, guys. I hope it's pronounced as Majuli. I've heard some people calling it as Mahuli. I don't know. So Majuli, the spelling is Majuli. Okay, it's there in the Brahmaputra River, guys. Majuli River Island. Okay, it is the only district. Okay, that is actually an island. ठीक है, and it's completely like upwards, up on the water. ठीक है, so बिल्कुल river के बीच में एक पूरी district है, that is an island district, and it is called as the Majuli River Island. ठीक है, and Assam, guys, has boundary issues that we have discussed in our newspaper analysis also with Meghalaya. ठीक है, boundary disputes हैं, and थोड़ा बहुत अरुणाचल के साथ भी उसका चलता है. ठीक है. So oil refinery, it was into news also, guys, near Dibrugarh, Saikova. Okay, so but three things are before now you know. Okay, Kaziranga National Park, home for one-horned rhino. Next, you have to note down what did I tell you? क्या बताया था मैंने दूसरा, guys, आपको?
Assam tea.
अच्छा, very good. Thank you, Ayushman. It was Assam tea. Okay, and third was Majuli River Island. Okay. So that you can note. Okay. Yes, Manas, that's also very important, national park that's there. Okay, Manas, it's a wildlife sanctuary or so. Okay, Kamakhya temple. Okay. Next, guys, let's move to Arunachal Pradesh. Now, Arunachal Pradesh, just like in the world, Japan is the land of rising sun. That is the country that sees the sunrise for the first. In India, guys, the sun rises for the first for Arunachal Pradesh, because let's of course see, it's the easternmost state of India. Okay, so definitely the sun rises in the east. So the sunrise occurs at the earliest in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so Arunachal Pradesh is यहाँ पे है. Arunachal also is the place from where Brahmaputra enters into India. It shares borders with China, has disputes in its borders as well. Okay, and Arunachal also has some good national parks like the Pake, and if I'm not wrong, there is one more. Yes, Dihang Brahmaputra. Dihang is one of the very important tributaries of Brahmaputra, guys. Okay. ठीक है, चलो. Next, guys, let's move to Nagaland. ठीक है, Nagaland's capital is Kohima. ठीक है, Nagaland also is very, very famous for its tribes, guys. Anybody who is there from Nagaland, please, I'll be very happy to know if you're there from Nagaland, and if you can tell me any fact about Nagaland. Very good, Harsh. It had the first paperless assembly. Very good. It's a matter of current affairs, guys. You can note it down. So Nagaland Assembly, Legislative Assembly, guys, was the first paperless assembly. Okay. Then there is a lake in Nagaland, guys, called as Doyang Lake. Okay. Doyang. Doyang. Okay. So that, and Nagaland itself, guys, is known as the falcon capital of the world. You can note it down. It's called as the falcon capital of the world. Falcon basically, guys, is a migratory bird species. Amur falcon. Okay? So it comes from the Siberia region of Russia. So while they are like migrating towards this southern area, no, so they come and they take rest. So basically, unka ek halting point. Their halting point is Nagaland, and in Nagaland also, especially that lake called as the Doyang Lake. So because they come in such huge numbers in Nagaland, so that is why Nagaland is known as the falcon capital of the world. Okay, guys. Moving towards the south, southwards, we have Manipur. Okay, and Manipur ki capital is Imphal. Imphal, however you like to pronounce this. Okay, you note this down, guys. I'll need a 30 seconds break. I am actually becoming breathless now. ठीक है, just give me 30 seconds break. तब तक ये note down कर लो, ठीक है? And you tell me in the chat box till then that what can be great things about Manipur. Very good. Loktak Lake. Very good. Zuko Valley. Very good, Lohitakya. And there is this Thangta. Thangta, guys, is a martial art from Manipur. Very famous. ठीक है? THANGTA. Thangta. ठीक है? Manipuri dance, very famous, guys. Okay, very good, guys. Then we have Mizoram, and the capital of Mizoram is Sports University. Achanit. And of course, guys, we have Mary Kom. Okay, she's from Manipur. All right. Then we have Mizoram. Okay, Mizoram's capital is Aizawl. And what is good about Mizoram? Can anyone tell me something special? Birthplace of Ras Leela. Ankita, you telling me this for Manipur or Mizoram? Because I am not aware of this point. Rainprial is more for Meghalaya. Okay? Because Meghalaya, we have both Cherrapunji and Moisanram. Both are in Meghalaya. Okay? Because the monsoon comes and directly falls over here. So it starts from here and सबसे पहला impact that it gives us in Meghalaya. ठीक है? वो हाँ, that is for Meghalaya, guys. I'm asking for Mizoram अभी. ठीक है? Let me know. So Mizoram, guys, also has issues, security issues to be there. Tripura and Mizoram both, guys. ठीक है? Aizawl is the capital. ठीक है? And then we move towards Tripura. ठीक है? Tripura is, in a way, it seems like it just was a part of Bangladesh, and somehow, you know, we have like taken it in India. ऐसा था नहीं, but just look at the location, how like greatly it is sharing borders with Bangladesh. ठीक है? So you can see over here. ठीक है? Tripura capital is Agartala. Okay, everyone. So this will be Tripura. There is a tribe called as Brus. Community है Brus. BRU. जैसे वो जो Nescafe और Brew है ना. ठीक है? So that is a disputed one between Mizoram and Tripura. And last one, guys, we come up with Meghalaya. Okay, beautiful, known for its football culture, music. Okay, beautiful weather, a lot of rain. Then its hills, we have the Khasi Garu Jaintia hills over here. Okay, and naam mein hai, guys, Megha Alaya, which means Ale, the abode of clouds. Okay, so this, guys, there is one more thing. The Meghalaya age, there are some caves which are very much particular only to Meghalaya. You know, I'll tell you guys, when we are studying about it, this state in India was the one that gave India a world-class recognition because of those caves which we have over here, the stalactite and stalagmite caves. Okay? So, Cherrapunji, the wettest place on earth, Lohitakya, if I'm not wrong, now, yes, now Cherrapunji. Earlier it used to be Ram, right? So, but both, anyway, first and second also, they're both in like Ram, Cherrapunji, they're both in Meghalaya. Okay? Thanks to the immense fall of monsoon that takes place in Meghalaya. Okay? Acha, oh, Megha. So we have clarification, guys. Please note. Megha is telling us that the real meaning of Megha is clouds before the rain. Chalo. So that is why, you know, the kale kale badal jo rehte hain, theek hai, jisko dekh ke lagta hai, like, you know, that it's about to rain. Okay, thank you so much, Megha. That's a good thing to know about. All right, guys. So this was all about the states. Quickly, let's go through the union territories. Which all union territories do we have? We have now Ladakh without legislature. Quickly, guys, when I'm telling you, just keep on noting which is with a legislature and which is without a legislature. Northernmost, Ladakh, without a legislature. And without pura likhne ki zarurat nahi, sirf W/0 likh lena. That will be more than enough. Okay? So, Ladakh, without legislature. Jammu and Kashmir, with legislature. Chandigarh, without legislature. I hope you're noting down. I'm moving a little quickly, guys, just because we have to like start with that story also then. Okay? Without legislature. Then we have here, Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Now, this is one fun fact, guys, current affairs question. Please remember, now, Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu are not two different union territories. In January 2020, very good, Ash, they were merged and made as one. Okay? So, Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu are now one union territory. And even after merging up, they do not have a legislature of their own. Remember that. Okay? Let's move southernwards. Then we have southwards. Then we have Tamil Nadu. In this we have Puducherry, guys. Okay, Puducherry, very beautiful. It has the Velankani Church, okay, which is a very famous church, very beautiful church. Puducherry is with a legislature. Please remember, guys, Puducherry is a union territory with a legislature. Okay. Then we move further. Okay, which union territory is left, guys? Are we left with any union territory? One very important one.
Delhi.
Very good. Very good, Ayushman. Delhi. Okay? And Delhi ka to sabko pata hai, bhai Kejriwal. Nobody can forget that it's a union territory with legislature. Okay, guys? So we have at present 3 union territories with legislature. Very good. Arsh has given us a very good formula. 7 plus 2 minus 1. Okay? So 7, guys, general union territories. Okay? 2 recently have been added. Okay? And minus 1 as in Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, they're different ones. So 1 has been reduced and has become clubbed and merged into 1. Okay, so 3 union territories are with legislature, guys. We have Jammu and Kashmir, we have Delhi and Puducherry. Okay, now if I'm to tell you the static things, just tell me as a general thing, guys, if you have any idea, if I want to change the boundary of a particular state, let's say when the boundary of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana was changed, definitely we drew a boundary. It did not exist. Look at the cursor, everyone. This boundary between the red and this sea green kind of color, this did not exist before 2014, right? Now, since we had to make 2 states, boundary had to be created. The shape of this state had to be created. A new name had to be given. Who is empowered to do this? Can you tell me? Like, is it the president, the parliament, state legislature? Who can do this?
Parliament.
Very good, guys. Very good. Wow. I thought a lot of you will have confusion, but I'm impressed. It's the parliament, guys. Okay? I know it might sound a little, कि अरे भाई states हैं तो parliament क्यों करेगा? India का structure, na? It's not completely federal. It is, what do we say, guys? It is कौन सा federal? Dash federal.
Quasi-federal.
Quasi-federal. Very good, guys. Very good. And one thing to note in my class, guys, just answer. Stupid भी लग रहा होगा ना कि सही होगा नहीं होगा, आंसर. I will be more than happy, trust me. ठीक है? Because गलत आंसर दोगे ना एक बार, उसके बाद कभी गलत आंसर नहीं दोगे. Promise. It's a promise. ठीक है? So never be afraid of taking any risks or answering anything. ठीक है? So India is a quasi-federal country, and that is why even when it comes to changing the states, their boundaries, their names, and everything, so Parliament has the power to do so. And very good. I was coming to this point. Thank you, Ruby. Even, the funny part of this is, guys, that this can be done by simple majority. By that we mean that if the boundaries or anything of that sort has to be changed, you do not need to have amendment for that matter. Just simple majority karo, ek normal legislative procedure, and then you will be done. So simple majority, yes, it's, half plus 1. So if you're 100 members, so 50 plus 1, even 51 people have voted for this. So, it will be done. So I know it's a bit of ironical that 1, the parliament has the power to do this, and 2, the parliament can do it with simple majority. So it will not even touch on Article 368's power to amend. Getting that point, guys? So I want, when we are learning about the states, in your back of the mind, you also know how are we going to do it. If I'm talking about bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, who did it? Parliament did it. When did it do it? 2014. Okay? Which process was used? Simple majority was used. Getting? Last fact that I have to tell you guys about the boundaries and the territory of the country is that if a part of someone's territory is to be added in the country, okay, no problem with that. Parliament can do it without any amendment. For example, guys, I'm saying Nepal comes to India and says that ek kaam karo, just take this much part of our territory. Nepal will never do it. Nobody will do it. But of course, let's take a hypothetical situation that what they do is that they say that you take a part of our territory. So India will more than happy and it will just take that territory. Okay? So no amendment is required for that. But just imagine Bangladesh says that Tripura already is coming a lot into our kind of region. What you do is you give this region to us. So do you think that this can be done without an amendment if we are to give a territory? What do you guys think?
No, ma'am, it cannot be done. And this was also held in the case of Ray Berubari.
Shabash, ye hoshyar bacche hote hain, 2-4. Very good, Hiba. Theek hai, very good. I was thinking that I should touch upon the Ray Berubari case or not. So what happened, guys? There were some territories which were to be given to Bangladesh, and there were some territories that were to be taken from Bangladesh. All right. So for that, what happened? There was a complete treaty between India and Bangladesh, and an amendment procedure was passed. And the year, guys, for the Rebarubari case was 1960. You remember? Also an important case wherein it was held that preamble is what? A part of constitution or not a part of constitution? What was held in Rebarubari? Can you tell me?
Part
Anyone?
of constitution.
That's good. You guys make me so happy. Trust me, मैं तब तक अच्छी होती जा रही तुम्हारी class लेते लेते. ठीक है? So it was held in Rebarubari that preamble is not a part of the constitution. Now can you see, guys? We started off with states, and how many dimensions are we covering it up in one single class? I hope it's not getting too much for you to learn. I want that this is the kind of method that you adopt in your basic learning also. If I'm talking about IPC, you should be able to recall CRPC. If I'm talking about CRPC, evidence should also come to your head. Okay? So this is how, I will say a wholesome process of learning is. So that is why, remember, whenever there is confusion, remember Berubari case and know that if you have to give territory, you have to always pass an amendment in the parliament. Okay, guys? So you have to remember 1960 ka Berubari case. And of course, when it comes to Berubari, Keshav Nand Bharti 1973 said that preamble is a part of the constitution. So as a matter of fact, guys, please remember, now in current situation, preamble is a part of the constitution, thanks to the Keshav Nand Bharti versus State of Kerala case 1973. Okay, I know we have talked about a lot of things, but guys, I wanted that when you get out of this class, you understand how everything in this world is linked, and everything is linked to geography. Trust me, everything is. Okay. Ab legal question tha na, this was a case law, but it came through geography, didn't it? Okay. The question between India and Pakistan, the fight for Pak-occupied Kashmir, geography, because it is that important. China is fighting for India's, region, geography. Okay. So you're getting that point. So. Okay, guys, now we're done with this. अब हम करेंगे एक interesting story. Do you want me to give you a break for 2-3 minutes to absorb this stuff, or do you want me to move further? Let me know, guys. ठीक है? हाँ, I too will drink some water, guys. ठीक है? I'm all sweating up now. मेरा सारा बुखार उतर गया. ठीक है? Had I known this will be the impact of class, मैं दवाई नहीं लेती. सच में, I'm very skeptic of medicines, but I had to take this class, so I took the medicine. अच्छा, ठीक है. So you guys will need a Kit Kat break. Okay, guys, let's take a break for 1 minute. Will that be fine? Because I want you to freshen up so that we start. Oh, yes, 2 islands, Tanishka. Thank you for reminding. रुको, जरा रुको. लक्षद्वीप and Andaman बस बचे हैं. ठीक है? Union territories हैं, guys. ठीक है? Mark कर लो. Western side पे we have Lakshadweep. Eastern side पे Andaman and Nicobar Islands. ठीक है? Lakshadweep की capital is Kavarati, however you pronounce this, and Andaman's capital is Port Blair. ठीक है? ये है. ठीक है? तो चाहो तो अपनी वीडियो, you can turn off your video for a minute or 2. ठीक है? बाल बना लो, वैसे तो क्या है? ठीक है? And then within a minute, guys, I am here only. ठीक है? We'll start with this. ठीक है? So I want you guys to freshen up, because now is coming a very good story that we'll all be doing this. Okay? Prachi, they are also without legislature. Okay, so because I have gotten you written that only 3 union territories are with legislature in India: Puducherry, Delhi, and JNK. Okay? Or these two also, Lakshadweep and Andaman, they are also without legislature. And I'll tell you guys, jo Lakshadweep hai, the jurisdiction comes under Kerala High Court. This is important for judiciary point of view. Okay? And Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they come under the jurisdiction of Kolkata High Court. Okay? Because obviously they छोटे छोटे हैं, like so unke liye we do not have separate high courts, right? Even these union territories, others also, guys, they come up in their like neighboring state or respective states high court's jurisdiction. Okay? For Lakshadweep, Kerala High Court parika. Okay, and for Andaman and Nicobar, we have Kolkata High Court. Tell me, guys, when you are back. Okay, so I will start up with the story. Okay? Ready? Just give me a ready by hand raising, guys. Okay? So I'll start up with the Mahan story that we have. देखो थोड़ी सी तो मतलब ना अभी the story is somewhat like a lot of Bollywood movie stories that has no sar pair. Okay? Might not make sense to a lot of you, but for the sake of learning, we'll do it. Okay? Okay, guys. So a lot of you're all ready. Chalo, let's start with the story, everyone. Now pay attention. Look at my screen carefully. Okay? We will start up with the story now. Okay. Now, देखो, this is the northern part. We all know this. I guess nobody can forget. Okay, so actually the story starts from here. So we have Ladakh, we have JNK. So there is a girl called as Hema. ठीक है, अब अपनी हेमा कर लो चलो, ठीक है. So there is a girl called Hema who moves. अभी सिर्फ सुनना, ठीक है, नोट मत करना, इसमें कुछ नोट नहीं करना है, ठीक है. अभी just listen to me. It will be like a story. It will just settle in your head. You don't have to even recall anything, ठीक है. So from Jammu and Kashmir, अब guys देखो, Jammu and Kashmir, लद्दाख को लगा लेना साथ में, ठीक है. So Jammu and Kashmir से there is this girl called Hema who comes up, and what she does is that she steals a bike of a Punjabi boy, ठीक है. So there we have is Punjab, ठीक है. I know girls will rarely do that, but Hema ऐसी है, ठीक है. तो Hema थोड़ी चोरनी टाइप की है. What she does is that she steals a bike of a Punjabi guy, and then what she does is that she thinks that this might, a Punjabi भी किसी से कम नहीं होते, ठीक है. So she's a little scared that now he's going to actually, be a danger to me. So as a matter of, for her safety, what she does is that she goes to Haryana and takes a Haryanvi guy और उसको पीछे बिठा लेती है कि भाई कोई पंगा वंगा होगा, कोई दिक्कत होगी तो you take care of, the fight and everything. So what she does is that as a matter of safety, because हरियाणा में जाट होते हैं, ठीक है, तो उनसे तो खूब लड़ाई करवा लो. I myself, guys, I am Haryana born, but I am बिल्कुल not up for fighting. Don't take me like that, ठीक है. So but what she does is that she steals the bike of a Punjabi guy, and for her safety she makes a Haryanvi guy sit as a pillion, ठीक है. Now also remember guys, Delhi, where is Delhi? It's in Haryana. This, ठीक है. So कहते हैं ना हरियाणवियों का दिल सोने का होता है, ठीक है, तो हरियाणवी का दिल्ली. So here we have is Delhi. Now when she has gone, like now she's there with this Haryanvi guy, अब वो क्या करते हैं, they start moving, ठीक है. Now they're moving, they reach over here, ठीक है. But before they can reach, this Punjabi guy is already available over here, ठीक है. And what he says उतर, बाइक से उतर, ठीक है. So उत्तर से we get, guys, what we get is उत्तराखंड, ठीक है. So but अब क्योंकि ये ज्यादा हट्टा कट्टा होता है हरियाणा वाला, he's like a body, पूरा body builder kind of a guy. He beats up the Punjabi guy over here, and they finally can move further. Now they move आगे, and where they reach, again the Punjabi guy, he's not giving up. भाई उसकी बाइक ना है कौन सी, बुल्ट है, ठीक है, पंजाबियों की बुल्ट, ठीक है. अब he's not going to give up his bull like that, ठीक है. So what he does is then again he's saying उतर रही है कि नहीं उतर रही है, ठीक है. So with this we get is Uttar Pradesh, guys, ठीक है. So you have to remember that 2 times he's asking them to get down, but finally क्या होता है, क्योंकि उत्तर प्रदेश में इसके बड़े सारे दोस्त थे, he had a lot of friends, and the हरियाणा मतलब उसका was like कि भाई now I can't help you anymore. So finally what she had to do was she had to give up the bike here, ठीक है. Now what happened when she gives up the bike? So they come to Bihar. So Bihar में what happens is that when they enter Bihar, ठीक है, so because उत्तर प्रदेश से बाइक छीन लिया और उनको बाहर निकाल दिया, ठीक है. बाहर निकाल के when they were like exalted out from Bihar, they came to Bihar, ठीक है. Now when they came to Bihar, what happened was that there was a person in Bihar who they saw, and they said, see, if you are ever going to do this again na, I'm going to break you down in 36 pieces. कहते हैं ना 36 टुकड़े कर दूंगा, ठीक है. So when they says 36 टुकड़े, so 36, guys, please note, those who are in like English medium, 36 is a Hindi word. It's a Hindi term for 36, ठीक है. So 36.
Oh, ma'am, excuse
yes?
me. You mentioned Nepal as Uttar Pradesh.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, here they were moving here, ठीक है. उत्तर प्रदेश, my bad, guys, ठीक है. So this is उत्तर प्रदेश. इसको भूल जाओ यहाँ से, तो मैं इसको कट कर देती हूँ यहाँ से, ठीक है. Okay, so they were moving from here, ठीक है. Now they came to Bihar. Now this Bihari guy, एक बिहारी सब पे भारी, everybody knows that, ठीक है. So what Bihari guy he said, if in case, hey Hema, you ever do this again to anyone, what I'm going to do is that this bike na I will break down as like a memoir now, so that you know that you're not going to do this again, into 36 टुकड़े, ठीक है. So by 36 टुकड़े, guys, we mean 36 is 36 and pieces are khand, right? We call them as khand in Hindi. So by 36 we have the Chhattisgarh, ठीक है, or the Chhattisgarh, ठीक है. And by khand, guys, we have is the Jharkhand, ठीक है. Now you also should remember, guys, that this is actually a matter of fact that a lot of cars and bikes, so not so much, but cars that are stolen, no, they're actually dismantled in West Bengal. So हमारी story से भी it is also matching. So it's a matter of fact also. So what it is that he breaks that bike into 36 pieces. So 36 for Chhattisgarh, pieces khand for Jharkhand, and what he does is he sells off everything in West Bengal. Now just imagine jo Hima, earlier she was coming with the Haryanvi guy, bike and everything. At this moment in West Bengal, she does not have Haryanvi guy also. He is also like pit pita ke बेचारा का काम हो गया, ठीक है. Bike also has been broken down. Now what she does is she has nothing. Now what am I supposed to do now? So what she does is she finds her friend called as Disha. Okay. Now as soon as she sees Disha, she's very happy. So because she's like, finally I found someone who can help me. So what she does is she calls her, oh Disha. Okay. So with that, guys, we get, what do we have is Odisha. Okay. So by that she finds this oh Disha. So she finds a friend who's called as Disha, and she finds Odisha. Now guys, one thing you have to know that this is a sad story. इसका जो ये हिमा है ना, खुद भी अलग कैरेक्टर है और उसके फ्रेंड्स भी, देयर आर ऑल कैरेक्टर्स, ठीक है. नाउ दिस दिशा ना, there's a sad story attached with Disha that she's actually ना, she's visually impaired, she can't see, ठीक है. तो उसको अंध है, मतलब अंधा जिसको कहते हैं ना, अंधा है. Let's all be sad for Disha, ठीक है. दिशा उसको दिखती नहीं है दिशा, लेकिन ठीक है. So that's the irony of Disha, ठीक है. So here then we come at Andh is for Andhra Pradesh, guys. देखो, I'm telling guys that it might not make a lot of sense to you, ठीक है, at this moment, but when you will do it once or twice, now you'll never forget it ever in your life, ठीक है. So after this, what she does is that she can't see. So Andh se Andhra Pradesh, andha, ठीक है. Andha in Hindi, guys, means someone who cannot see, ठीक है. But that's not the end of the world. She can speak amazing Telugu. And where do we speak Telugu? कहाँ का Telugu cinema बहुत famous है? I can't recall any specific words. Hyderabad, right? And Hyderabad is the capital of Telangana, ठीक है. Or you can also learn it like this, guys, that वो आँखों में तेल डालती है, उसके बाद भी मतलब it doesn't work out and nothing happens for her. She puts oil in her eyes, but still she's not getting back her vision. So that with that we get Telangana, ठीक है. So with this, now then guys, yes, so she puts oil in her eyes, tail, but not working. Then here she moves downwards. We have, guys, is Tamil Nadu. So she says that at least if I cannot see, so what happened? No, not a problem. What I'll do is I'll learn a new language and learn a new skill, and that will be for Tamil language. So Telugu and Tamil, dono mein she is well versed. Okay. Now from here a very funny moment starts, guys. What happens now, since Aptisha has met Hima after a long time, so definitely she'll like कुछ खिलाएगी पिलाएगी उसको अपने घर पे, she'll give her something to eat. But what she gives her to eat? Can you guess with this state, guys? What can she give her to eat? काय की सब्जी बनाएगी? Tell me. Shabash. Yes. It is Karela. ठीक है? Like just imagine that you're meeting your friend after such a long time. My friends will disown me if I'll treat them with Kerala or like with Karela. ठीक है? So here, guys, what she gives her is Karela. So what that we get is Kerala. Those who are completely English speaking, guys, please note Karela is bitter gourd. That very bitter kind of a vegetable that we have. Okay, it's bitter gourd. Okay, so in Hindi we call it as Karela. So she feeds her friend with the bitter gourd, and what she says, now Hima is definitely not happy. What do you think? You guys will be happy कि अरे वो करेला खिला रही है, ठीक है? So what is she doing? Disha says, देख तू कर ले जितना नाटक तेरे को करना है, but खाना तो यही पड़ेगा, ठीक है? So with that what we get is कर नाटक, ठीक है? So कह रही है कर नाटक जितना करना है, I'm not going to give you anything else. खाना तो करेला ही पड़ेगा, ठीक है? अरे yes, actually Shivam, Kerala actually looks like also like the shape of a Karela. That's so true. Okay? So she's saying you do as much as natak you want. You can do as much as like drama that you want, but you only have to eat this. You've got no other choice. Otherwise, you can go. Okay? So by go, what we have, guys, is Goa. Okay? So karo natak, whatever you do, okay? But you have, if you eat, otherwise you go. Okay? And if you do not eat this Karela that I have made, if you don't eat this bitter gourd vegetable, that sabzi that I have made for you, there is going to be a Mahayudh, a big time war between us. And with that, what we get guys? Maharashtra. Getting? So with that, they get Maharashtra. Okay? So ultimately, अब Hima already bike तो है नहीं, ठीक है? हरियाणवी लड़का भी gone, ठीक है? तो ultimately, what she decides? चलो fine. खा लो करेला खा लो, ठीक है, not a problem. So she decides that I'll eat करेला, and कैसे तैसे वो अपनी रात वहां पे उसने गुजारी, ठीक है. So गुजरात, ठीक है. She spends the night somehow, रात अपनी उसने वहां पे गुजार दी, and then ultimately she gets what we have is Gujarat. And then guys, after that she runs away and she says that now finally I'm free, it's my own life, my own freedom, I am going to rule my life. And by ruling we mean guys is Raj, and with that we get is Rajasthan. ठीक है. And never to say it guys, this so we can never forget, which is this guys. Now can anyone क्या सब बताओ मुझे कौन सी है ये?
मध्य प्रदेश.
ठीक है. इसके लिए तो मतलब कुछ याद करने की we do not even need to remember anything, so we are left with Madhya Pradesh. Okay guys, so with this we are done with all the states except for the northeastern states. ठीक है. उसकी अलग से बहुत simple story, that's a very simple short story. ठीक है. What happens guys, that this, you remember this Bihari guy over here who used to break the bikes and sell them off in I'm coming off to the Seven Sisters Hiba. Okay, so this Bihari guy who breaks the bikes and sell them off in West Bengal, now he's really sick of his work. He's like, what am I doing? What is this going on? Choro jaisa kaam every time, breaking the parts, selling off the bikes and cars, in black market. So he's actually sick of his work. By sick, what we get here is guys, Sikkim. ठीक है. Yes. ठीक है. So by this he gets Sikkim. ठीक है. Remember guys, this region, I'll show you this region. Can you see the one I've encircled? This is known as Chicken's Neck, everyone. I'll show this, I'll deal with this in the next picture. ठीक है. So अभी इस पे ध्यान अभी मत दो. I'll tell you, very important, the state which is there in Chicken's Neck, that also we will see. A direct question can come that Chicken's Neck, where is it, or which state actually forms part of the Chicken's Neck, and why it is called as Chicken's Neck, I'll tell you. Okay, so here we are. Now what he does is that he moves to, he's now actually sick of his work. Okay, then what happens is then he meets two people. First is Arun. Okay, so we have Arun over here. Very good. You already guys know Ayushman and Lohit have already given West Bengal. I'll tell others also through this. Okay, so here this Bihari guy, he meets Arun. Okay, and now he wants that his life should be easy, asan. Okay, and by asan here, which state will be mean? Can you tell me this one?
Assam.
Very good. It will be Assam. Okay, so this he wants that his life should be now easy, but his bad luck, he finds a girl called, I am sorry Megha, but the girl called Megha. Okay. I did not remember we'll have Megha in the class, okay guys, but finally he finds a girl called Megha, and hardly guys can you imagine that your life is easy when you have a girl in your life. I'm sorry, being a girl, I'm saying either goes for the boys also. I'm not saying boys are very great too, okay, but now this girl comes in Arun's life called as Megha. Okay, and Megha has some weird demands. Okay, now Megha is like, okay, fine. If you really want me to be your partner, if you really want me to fall in love with you, you have to get me something special. Now Arun was like, what special I can give you? Okay, oh Yash, Yash is like बहुत भुगत भोगी लग रहा है मुझे. Huh? So Megha says, okay, fine. You do one thing. If you really, I should be convinced that you love me, no? So you do one thing. You get me नाग मणि. ठीक है, जो नाग की मणि होती है ना, you get me that, and if you get me that, I'll be convinced that you love me. So what Arun does is that Arun wanted his life to be easy, asan, but he accidentally meets Megha, and now Megha is asking him to get Nagmani. And guys, with this we come at where? Nagaland. Okay? And for money he goes to, which state is this then? Can you tell me?
Manipur.
Very good. ये एक ही बोल रहे हैं, बाकी सब good guys. Okay? So it will be Manipur. Okay? So very good, very good. So it will be Nagmani, okay, and 8 minutes, guys. Just give me a moment. Okay. So Nagmani, okay. Then what he does is he decides, देखो, लड़की आती जाती रहती है, ठीक है. अपनी लाइफ का जो मजा है वो लड़की के पीछे खराब नहीं करना. True that? How many of you guys believe in this? Just say me, I guess. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
ये देखो
Yes, ma'am.
ये देखो पीड़ित प्राणी. तुम तो क्लब खोल लो शिवम, पीड़ित लड़कों का, कसम से. ठीक है. So this is guys, I'm saying, I'm not saying this is my. अच्छा खुला हुआ है, इसको मेंबरशिप दो फिर शिवम को, क्या पता ये होए उसमें पहले से. ठीक है, देखो I'm not saying this is my thought,
शिवम भैया ही CEO हैं.
प्रेसिडेंट हूं मैं.
अच्छा सही, चलो ठीक है. तो ठीक है, सो ही सेज दैट देखो मेघा जो है मैं बाद में देख लूंगा भाई, नाग वाग की मणि मैं नहीं ला पाऊंगा, मुझे डस लिया तो मेरा ही काम हो जाएगा, ठीक है। सो ही सेज भाई छोड़ो, ठीक है, फिलहाल लेट्स जस्ट लेट गो मेघा, ठीक है, एंड लेट्स कंटिन्यू विद द फन दैट आई वाज कंटिन्यूइंग इन माय लाइफ, एंड बाय फन वी मीन मजे, एंड मजे गाइस वी गेट इज व्हिच स्टेट कुड दिस बी?
Mizoram.
शाबाश, सो इट कुड बी मिजोरम, ठीक है, एंड फाइनली वी आर लेफ्ट विथ त्रिपुरा गाइस। सो व्हाट ही does is that for मजे where do we go? एक जगह है जो ट्रिप पे हम जाते हैं, तो ट्रिप पे वी गो टू गोवा यूजुअली, या इधर उधर एंड एवरीवेयर। सो व्हाट ही डज इज फॉर हिज मजे ही गोज फॉर अ ट्रिप, एंड दैट इज गाइस त्रिपुरा। सो ट्रिप पूरा करता है वो अपना, दैट्स इट, ठीक है। एंड दीज टू गाइस यू विल नॉट फॉरगेट, अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड्स है, एंड हियर वी हैव आर द लक्षद्वीप आइलैंड्स। गॉट इट, ठीक है। सो आई नो अभी काफी लग रहा होगा, जस्ट इन योर हेड आफ्टर दिस क्लास, नो गाइस, just in your head revise this once. I am sure you will not forget this ever, because abhi it was like it was a story. Trust me, I also had multiple many sources ko refer kiya tha. To be very honest, I have not made this story. I have made some changes and some things like that I thought would suit more. I also looked at this way of learning at only once, and I could remember this, okay. Of course, Seven Sisters wala I'll repeat once again. So basically what happened is that this Bihari guy, okay, he got very sick. Please remember guys, but Sikkim, is not amongst the Seven Sisters. Please remember, 1 Arunachal, 2 Assam, 3 Meghalaya, 4th Nagaland, 5th Manipur, 6th Mizoram, and 7th Tripura. Please remember guys, these are the Seven Sisters. Sikkim is not counted amongst the Seven Sisters. Please remember, actually it's said that Sikkim is the brother to these Seven Sisters, okay. So what happens is that this Bihari guy is sick of his work, so he's sick of his work, so Sikkim, and what he does is that he meets his friend Arun, okay. Now Arun also says that yes guys, if you have to attend some session, we'll only carry out this for 8 more minutes, okay. Because it's already enough for today guys. We will continue the rest in the next coming class. So if you have any other engagement you might leave, then you can see the next on the LMS, okay, the part which you are not able to attend right now, okay. So Arun is actually trying to make his life easy, asan, okay. With that we get Assam, but meanwhile he meets a girl called Megha, and Megha says that if you have to prove me your love, you get me Nag Mani. With that we get Nagaland, and from Mani we get Manipur. But he says that it's not worth it, okay, I'm not going to ruin the maze of my life for this. So by maze we get Mizoram, and for carrying out the fun of his life, he goes on a trip which is Tripura. That is for the Seven Sisters guys, okay. I hope you get it. Aaya samajh mein? Just say me yes or no guys, making some sense in your head, because guys otherwise if you will go on learning the states just 1 2 3 1 2 3, it will be super difficult for you to learn and remember during the exam, okay. So just give me a yes or no if you got it, ठीक है. बोल के बोलो, बोल के it will make me better, ठीक है. Tell me, unmute
Yes,
yourself.
ma'am.
Yes,
Totally, ma'am.
Yes,
Clear, ma'am.
हम लोग को ऐसा लग रहा है ऐसे बोल रहे हो जिसमें ना बंदूक रख दियो सर के ऊपर कि हाँ मैम, क्लियर मैम, हो गया मैम, ठीक है, डन मैम, ठीक है. बट ओके, ठीक है. So this is this one guys. Now let's move to the chicken's neck everyone, ठीक है. This can you see everyone? देखो, first so you see this is the map of India. So in a way it is said that this looks like a chicken. Can you see? I know guys the resolution is not very clear. I was not able to find a picture that great, ठीक है. So this one I will, yeah. Oh, ये तो और छोटा हो गया, ठीक है. This part. So it seems like this is the head of the chicken, ठीक है, the Seven Sisters वाला part, ठीक है, and the rest, okay. So this part is known as the chicken's neck, okay. So you have to remember guys that which state is the part of chicken's neck, because it is so shrill, it is so patla, okay. Very good Ash. It is also known as the Siliguri corridor. Okay, this also guys you can note that chicken's neck is also known as Siliguri corridor. And which state is there? This is guys West Bengal. Please note it down guys, okay. So the chicken's neck, Siliguri corridor, both same thing. And which state is actually a part of the chicken's neck? It's West Bengal, okay. And as a matter of, guys, if you would like to know, as a fun fact, Do you know why actually West Bengal is known as West Bengal? खाली बंगाल क्यों नहीं बोलते? Like Haryana is known as Haryana. Uttarakhand is known as Uttarakhand, not West Uttar Pradesh. Okay, or anything. Nothing of that sort.
Earlier we used to have East Bengal also, which is a part of Pakistan.
Very
Which
good.
is now Bangladesh.
Very good. देखो, I will just इसमें ना ये देखो. See, what we did was, guys, I'll just give you in a minute. I'll give you this idea. This part, you know, this is West Bengal. This is Bangladesh. Okay. Earlier, this whole thing, you know, guys, and even in a bigger area, Assam was also included in this. This was whole called as Bengal. Okay. This, guys, the western part of Bengal was majorly Hindu populated, and the eastern part was majorly Muslim populated. I'm sure when you will be attending your history classes, most probably in the next to next class, you will be covering the Bengal partition, guys. Very famous Bengal partition. And the year, can anyone tell me the year of Bengal partition? When was it?
1905.
905.
Very good, guys. So it was Bengal partition 1905. So what happened was that Lord Curzon, who was the then Viceroy of India, he partitioned Bengal, the then existing this huge piece of Bengal, with this. And the West Bengal, the Hindu dominated, was made as the West Bengal that we see today as West Bengal. And the eastern one was actually known as Bangladesh, that was at that time known as the East Pakistan after the independence, guys. Okay? So that is why this region is called as West Bengal even till today. Okay? It's also a general trivia. ये आप याद रख सकते हो. Okay? So this is, I think, good enough for today, guys. I really had thought that by the end, I can have this exercise in the blank map, wherein you guys will help me to mark which state exactly this is. If you guys are up in energy, because I'm feeling okay, I can do it for you guys, with you guys. So if you guys are feeling up in energy and you can mark these states with me, to batana. Otherwise, we can do it in the next session, guys. So just give me hand raise, guys. Please, I really want to see how many of you can mark these states with me. Okay, at least my screen should be full with your hand raises. Okay, then only I'm going to do this. Guys, some are saying next class also. So let's do one thing. Guys. Now you revise this for this today. Okay? It will be like a revision. That's what I'm saying. Let's do one thing. You revise aaj ka pura session. Okay? In the next class, we will take some new topic also. And from this class, what we will do is we will mark up these states. So all I'm going to do that day is I'm going to write. You only are going to tell me that which states or union territories these are. Getting? So it will be like a revision exercise also that we'll be doing in the next class. And in the next class only, guys, I have a complete compendium prepared on the PYQs, that is the previous year questions on states and boundaries. Okay? I will supply you that also. So we'll discuss a few in the class also. Others you can use for your convenience. So it will be like a complete compendium on this topic that we have covered for the day. Okay, guys. So I think because it is a little bit too much, and I think your brain needs to absorb also, and then we'll be actually understanding kitna yaad hai aapko, how much you're able to learn in the real sense. Okay. So in the next class, guys, we will study the states. We'll mark the states together. We will also see some previous year questions from states and boundaries, and we'll see a new topic. I'll see that according to the time which topic I'll be fitting in, and then I'll intimate you. The authorities will intimate you, the concerned people. Okay, guys. So I hope you learned today's thing. I know it was too much in information, but I hope yaad bhi hai. Okay, it's not like just like I was giving stuff to you. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I am already feeling much better now. I hope this fever doesn't come back after the class. Okay. Thank you so much, Tahira. Okay. All right. So, okay, guys, I think I will wind up this session today. ठीक है? So मजा आया, ठीक है? अब हीमा और दिशा और अरुण और सबसे आपकी दोस्ती हो जाएगी थोड़ी, ठीक है? थोड़ा सा रिवाइज जरूर करना, ठीक है? It's only a matter of 1 or 2 revisions, guys. Trust me. उसके बाद you will never need to revise this, ठीक है? So you do this, and I will see you guys in the next session. You already have these friends. I do not have friends with these names, surprisingly. Chalo. So I will wind up for today, guys. thank you so much, everyone. Now, please take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on next Saturday. Okay?
Thank you,
You're
ma'am.
all welcome. You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Take care. Okay, and may God bless you all. Okay. Bye bye.